Do you think it's still possible then, a two-state solution?
To be honest, no. So, sadly, no. The number of
Wow,
settlers...
look at the apartheid. Look at the segregation. Look how people are suffering in the West Bank. It's disgusting to watch. They're suffering.
I believe we've done our part. Like, we've done everything. Like, we've tried to have peace with them.
Yeah. They've done their part. They stabbed, they massacred, they exploded, they rammed, they said Allahu Akbar in restaurants and pizzerias in the first, second, and third intifadas. Yeah, of course, they tried everything. They did everything. They took their part. Hi guys, this is Sahar TV, and in today's video we'll see Channel 4 News, or the biased Channel 4 News I shall say, asking Israelis and Palestinians what they think of a two-state solution. I'm sure it's going to be incredibly biased, but what would you expect? It's Channel 4. Let's watch.
I don't see a two-state solution happening unless Hamas is completely dismantled. I don't believe in it, and I think it's naive and wishful thinking.
What is it you would want to see from the Palestinian side done differently, from the Israeli side done differently, that might make a two-state solution possible then?
Well, I'd want to see Palestinians stand up for themselves and maybe overthrow their own leaders for once. And I would like to see our leaders maybe have a little more compassion.
I don't see how you can make peace with people who want to kill us. I feel like, yeah, again, if Hamas is dismantled, then potentially we can talk.
There's a lot
Mind you, he is in the most liberal city in Israel, yeah?
of international focus on reviving the two-state solution, an Israeli state, Palestinian state, side by side. Is that something you believe in, you support?
As a girl who served in Gaza and I know how they live in Gaza, you cannot come to us with the guns and we say, no, let's make a peace. It cannot be.
Agreed. And by the way, they already have a Palestinian state. It's called Jordan. The majority in Jordan are Palestinians. So, yallah, move forward already.
Honestly, I would be dreaming about a one-state solution. And I think two states is giving up to this notion of peace is impossible, living together is impossible, when I feel the only way is like to make kind of steps towards each other.
A one-state solution, is that possible then?
With the radical voices that have been rising up now and with all the trauma and pain that people are carrying, obviously there's no trust.
One-state solution is a terrible idea. If the people in Palestine become Israeli, then they're going to be majority Muslims living here. And who are they going to vote? You got it. Muslims. And these Muslims are going to overpower the government, therefore making it a Palestinian state after all.
The idea of a two-state solution, Israeli state, Palestinian state, side by side, is it something you believe in or not?
I don't believe in it, and there's a lot of reasons for it. You cannot give terrorists power.
If it's not a two-state solution though, what is the solution?
Israel need to settle more in Judea, Samaria. This is what I think. And you know, maybe what Trump wants, what other people just suggest, that moving people away from Gaza, the ones that want to move away, and the ones that want to stay, let them stay. But should they not vote for Hamas again?
The idea of a two-state solution, an Israeli state, Palestinian state, side by side.
I think it's inevitable. I think the situation as it is at the moment kind of proved that we cannot just continue with this like in the middle situation when there's Israeli occupation and there's kind of like we're trying to, I don't know.
Told you it was liberal.
Live with the conflict.
You think it is possible still at this stage?
I'm hopeful, yeah.
Wow, she's hopeful after the biggest massacre that happened to the Jewish people since the Holocaust. She's hopeful, yeah? I can't get these people. I just can't.
Even though I have many reasons not to be, I think we don't have a choice but to try to get some kind of an agreement from both sides, because this situation as it is just heartbreaking.
Now, after hearing this girl, just imagine her being at the Nova site on October 7th. if she would have experienced the horror that the people that were there experienced, do you think she would have said the same thing? I don't think so. Now let's see what the people from Palestine say, right? Because it's a biased video.
We can't live with something who hurts us, who talk about our children, our women, our old someone's. We can't. We can't.
If it's not a two-state solution, then what do you think the solution is?
I think the احتلال occupation يعني will go from this plan, from this earth يعني, and we live the Palestinian in our Palestine.
Do you think that's possible?
Why I can't go to Jaffa, to Haifa? I will,
Jerusalem.
Yes.
But Arabs from Yafo can visit your place. So it's not an apartheid state after all if Arabs from Israel, who have citizenship in Israel, can visit Palestinian territories, right? And by the way, she was wishing for an ethnic cleansing, pretty much, yeah?
The two-state solution, the Palestinian state next to an Israeli state. Is that something you believe in?
Yeah, of course. Like this solution, I think is the best solution for us for now, because we live here as an apartheid state. Sadly, the Israeli state and also the Americans don't believe in that.
Do you think it's still possible then, a two-state solution?
To be honest, no. So, sadly, no. The number of
Wow,
settlers
look at the apartheid. Look at the segregation. Look how people are suffering in the West Bank. It's disgusting to watch. They're suffering.
is increasing day by day, and let's say the aggression from them is increasing.
There's clearly so much the Israelis would need to do to make a two-state solution possible. On reflection, do you think there's anything more the Palestinian side should do to make it possible as well?
I believe we've done our part. Like, we've done everything. Like, we've tried to have peace with them.
Yeah, they've done their part. They stabbed, they massacred, they exploded, they rammed, they said Allahu Akbar in restaurants and pizzerias in the first, second, and third intifadas. Yeah, of course, they tried everything. They did everything. They took their part.
From Oslo till now, and nothing have come through.
It can't be from the Israelis and the Palestinians living together in peace after what they done in Gaza and in the West Bank. It's always been Palestine. It's never been Israel. Even if you go back to the history books, it's never been named as Israel, you know.
Kingdom of Israel was there way before Palestine, which was a colonial name given by the Romans. So he is lying. He doesn't know anything.
It is always has been named as Palestine.
What would happen to all the Israelis? Because you have now lots of Israelis who are born there and they don't want to go anywhere. Where would they go?
If they want to be Jewish living in Palestine, they can, but not supporting the Israeli Zionism. They can't be Zionists and living with the Palestinians.
So pretty much he's saying we can be Jews without the belief in the Torah, which pretty much tells the story of the Jews self-determining in their land. So he's just saying, be Jews without being connected to your Judaism. Awesome. Yeah, be Muslim without being a Muslim.
The thing about the two-state solution for me is I feel like I lost hope in that. Obviously, there's a lot of bloodshed and there's a lot of hatred from both sides, and they're being taught to hate. We're being taught to hate in a way.
We're not being taught to hate. We're seeing the terrorism that you guys do. Therefore, we are more fearful of the situation. That's why we put checkpoints. That's why we have soldiers roaming. That's why. Has nothing to do with hating you. You hate us because of an ideology. We are fearful of you because of your terror attacks.
Or throughout the bloodshed, we hate by default. You're always being treated in a very bad way as well. Like, I've had a lot of things happen to me from the Israeli soldiers and so on. So how am I gonna act normal with these people at the end, you know? Because they obviously do not treat me as an equal. They obviously do not see me as an equal.
Well, you're not an equal to an Israeli, young man. You're a Palestinian living in Judea and Samaria. You're not like Israeli Arabs who are treated equally. like Israeli Jews. It's two different places. What would you expect?
It's not a two-state solution. What do you think the solution could be, if there is a solution?
See, right now, I have no idea. I don't think there's a solution for the problem right now, specifically now that you're talking about generations that have been born in Israel itself as a country. So now you can't tell them like to go back to wherever they came from. And Palestinians obviously have roots in the country as well, so you cannot push them away either. And so I cannot see a solution. Basically, as long as there's bloodshed and there's hatred, it's never going to be a civil solution.
There is a solution. It's called the Palestinian Emirates Plan by Dr. Mordechai Kedar. Read about it. It's pretty much dividing the specific cities in Judea and Samaria into city-states. And then some percentage of people would have to be absorbed into Israel and be Israeli citizens, but there's going to be the city-state of Ramallah, the city-state of Jenin, the city-state of Hebron, ruled by the tribal families that are already there. Therefore, if somebody from inside that city-state messes up, the whole city gets compromised. So when the family runs it, it's going to run a lot smoother than Hamas or the PA. It just doesn't work. That is the solution. But I hate Channel 4 News and their disgusting biased interviews showing the Palestinians as the poor little creatures. Come on. Come on. They haven't tried doing anything for peace. The Oslo Accords in 1995, 5 years later, they did the Second Intifada. They tried everything for peace, right? Give me a break. Thank you for watching, guys. If you'd like to watch more of my stuff, please check out my channel down below. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to support me and the channel financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links below. Also, we now have a Discord that you can join down in the link below. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.